What's up, everybody? So today we're gonna be reacting to a Senpai gaming video. I love him. Anytime I need to do anything towards streaming related, I need updates, I come check out this guy because he has so much great info and he's just the stream poppy, dude. He's just amazing. All right, but we're gonna be reacting to a premium streaming gear that drains your checking account. Gears that you don't really need, but it costs a lot. But let's get into it. All right, let's get into the video.
My goal was to find streaming gear that looked at least semi-professional. Like no bottom of the barrel $8 super budget stuff in this one. But I'm also not trying to drain my checking account just so I can stream on Twitch for 10 people. As it turns out, that middle ground area has a lot of options.
I have 10 people right now.
I'd like to show you the ones that not only give you the best looking stream, but are also easy to use with good features, and most importantly, are a good bang for your buck. Let's jump into it.
11. I have 11 people watching me right now.
The biggest challenge of this whole thing is trying not to make this a whole 𝐜𝐥𝐢𝐳 show. This is the price point that 𝐜𝐿GATO likes to.
First of all, I have 𝐜𝐿GATO mic and webcam, so if you guys do like how the camera looks, this is 𝐜𝐿GATO. I did get a little bit of help with the homie Ace that's in chat right now to get the quality and settings perfect. So it's super, super good, and I love it.
To dominate that kind of high end of the mid-level budget gear. But don't worry, I dug deep. I found some great competitors. I think you're gonna like everything in these setups today. Okay. That being said, we do have to start with the classic trio streamer setup. With these three pieces of gear, you get a good combination of quality, convenience, and price. So let's switch to that setup right now.
The price is what I want to see. Okay, so far this looks like my setup, okay? I have that low profile arm. It's fucking amazing, I love it. Sometimes I do hit my hands when I lift it up because I'm like, yes, and I hit my hands because it's on my right side, right above my mouse. But I love it. It's great. I don't have the camera like that, but I would love it like that if I had a room like this. But so far, this looks like my setup.
So here's what we got going on with this
setup. This is my setup.
For the webcam, we got
the camera looks a little bit different than mine, but again, it's skin tone.
So face cam, not the face cam pro, the regular face cam, which is really. It's kind of the only 1080/60 webcam I can really recommend nowadays. There are some other okay 1080p webcams, so when I compare them...
I'm sorry, his camera does not look like my camera. I don't know what he did, but his does not look like... I think he just plugged it in, he didn't set it up.
For the price range, I mean, this thing is $129 brand new, or less than
$100
if you
That's
buy it
also true
on Amazon.
He does also color grade this
video. I can't seem to find another webcam that handles dynamic range and color. As well
I also think there's too much color. Mine's very dark in the back.
Software, which gives you a ton of control over the webcam, and I actually had to go in and make some adjustments to get it to look this good. But that's kind of the advantage of 𝐜𝐿GATO stuff, is they give you a lot of extra control.
I wouldn't say it looks super good because I don't know, for me, I feel like I look more color defined while he looks a little bit more paler, but it's just different.
Their custom software that they build for their devices. And so I was actually able to go in and turn down the contrast. This is what it looked like originally, and you can see the dark parts are just a little bit too dark. So as I turned that down, it brought
his
back
room
some
decor
of the
is different than mine
in the darker areas. I also manually did my exposure and my white balance, and I've found that turning on automatic white balance for some reason makes you really red.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
My webcam,
I hate it. No, it's natural. I hate it.
Seems to fix that. For the mic, again, using the really popular 𝐜𝐿GATO Wave 3 microphone. And this mic is not anything to write home about. It's a good mic. It sounds good. It checks all the boxes. It's got...
If you want good pricing and good quality, this is a great mic. In the future, I do want to upgrade to a dynamic mic because I always have a mic close to my mouth and it's always pointing towards my mouth. But this is an over. So if I talk over here, you can still hear me. And if I talk over here, you can still hear me. If I talk up here, you can still hear me. But if I talk straight, it's more stronger. But if I get a dynamic mic, it's more like, hello, hello.
Got a little...
Oh, I love that. I could just...
capacitive mute button on the top there. But the special
thing
you
can control the gain. You can even switch it where you can hear yourself.
Wavelength software
and that's why I love 𝐜𝐿GATO for.
To control different aspects of your stream completely separately. So I can turn up and down my game volume without messing with my teammate volume, or I can change how loud Discord sounds to me versus how it sounds to my audience totally separately with two different mixes. It's also got a handful of cool little add-ons like I've got here, like the cool shock mount or the pop filter on the front. And this microphone goes for $149 on Amazon, or again, if you want to get it refurbished on Amazon, I've seen it as low as $118 for either the black or the white version. And then of course, my lights right now
I like the black version.
The go-tos for almost all streamers. The Elgato key lights. These go for $180 each.
See the difference of the camera quality when he's using the real camera and he's using the
big, they're really well diffused, and you can control the brightness and the bicolor on them. So anywhere.
I love it. Every time I go on my stream, I have my controlling on my phone. That's right here, and it's
like
super
all of them
good.
is the software. You can completely control them directly from your phone or your PC or your Stream Deck. I mean, I've said it a bunch. Elgato has become kind of the Apple
such
of streaming.
great.
Not to say that they're always the best, but that they build an ecosystem
that's just
really hard
known
to get out of.
Yep.
Why would I buy this thing if I can buy this thing that works with all my Elgato stuff super easily, you know?
Exactly.
But these aren't the only options. In fact,
and not even that, if you do have a Stream Deck, if you go into it, there's a shop. It's kind of like a shop, but you can download apps that control other gears. If you have any 𝐜𝐤𝐢𝐳 stuff or anything like that, lights or anything like that, another mic, and you want to switch it up, you can use, and that's what I love about Elgato. It's such a great company. You can use another brand and Elgato gear, and it's not like, oh, if you don't have an Elgato, it won't work. It's like, it's friendly with everything. It's such a friendly brand, and it's such a smooth and great affordable brand. Super clean.
I wouldn't say these are even the best options. Let me show you setup number 2 that is going to give you a little bit more flexibility, a few more options.
Oh, he's going to more bigger lights, expensive lights. Not gonna lie, I am debating, because if you look at an Elgato key light, there's screws. I want to try to customize it a little bit, get a screw that fits it, and get like things that make the light focus my face stronger. It's like a DIY. I might try it out. If it works, awesome. But we're gonna try to see that in the future. Might make a video on that too. So keep your eyes out for that.
Becomes pretty heavily improved. A significant upgrade over
setup my mic setup. That's your mic?
Because of a little thing that we did. The reason streamers often go with an Elgato microphone or an audio interface is because it gives you the Elgato
good affordability
software, the one that we showed in the first setup. The
if you use a Wave XLR, that's really good too.
Buying a Stream Deck. And the secret that some of you might know is that if you get a Stream Deck Plus, the one with the dials on the front, it also comes with the Wavelink software.
That, or if you get a Wave XLR, it also works like that too. But you do not get the same thing as a Stream Deck Plus, because you do get, I believe it's 8 buttons.
You don't have to have an Elgato
and dials to control lights and everything else. It's really good.
And it functions just like an Elgato microphone. So right now, I've got the PodMic USB, which is a fantastic dynamic microphone, which also happens to have an XLR jack if I ever wanted to go to a full audio interface at some point. And I think the thing looks really cool. It's got that Batman finish to it. Plus, since it's a dynamic mic, it's gonna get rid of some of the keyboard clicks, the mouse clicks, people talking near you, and really only hone in on your voice right in front of it. I think the mic sounds great. I've used it before on my stream. But the biggest upgrade to setup number 2 is, you can tell, the webcam, which is a great segue to our sponsor, who is Insta360.
Oh, so yours is an XLR. He has a USB version.
This was a super convenient sponsor.
But say, I didn't know yours was
Insta360
USB.
link, the webcam we're using right now, was already.
Wait, is this mic USB and XLR friendly, or is it just one or the other? It's different models.
Going to be in this video.
The cam is good.
So when Insta360 reached out and they're like, hey, can we sponsor one of your videos? I was like, I've got the perfect one. So let me take a minute and tell you about the features of this camera and why it's become one of the favorite webcams of streamers.
Not gonna lie, this is a cool camera. I personally wouldn't get it only because I don't really move around a lot, so I don't need it. But if I were to shoot videos of me just like doing crazy stuff, I would love to use this.
First off, not only is the 4K quality webcam super high quality, you got great dynamic range, great colors, great skin tones. You can see how natural my face looks right now. But also it has 3 built-in motors, essentially a built-in gimbal. Bro. This allows it to do a lot of really things. Fun. For example, if I give it the hand tracking gesture here, now suddenly,
that's so cool.
It's gonna follow me.
Hey, Canvas.
So anywhere I go.
Congratulations on level 7, buddy.
This thing's gonna see me. I can even turn on zoom. I'm doing this in real time, by the way. It's this easy. If I just wanted to track my head.
Wait, can you do this and it zooms?
It can punch all the way in.
If you could do that, that'd be sick. Cause like imagine I'm like, oh my god, and it just zooms in because I'm doing hand reactions. I am a very hand speaker. Okay, it's like I'm part Italian because I talk with my hands every time.
And it's still super high quality. This
camera is way too that's crazy. Cool. All right, wait. I also have a zoom feature. I could set this up on my Stream Deck, but I set it up as a funny thing. So let's say I'm ever just vibing out and someone says, you know, you're very fat. I'll be like, Fuck you. But it's something you combine. You can do it on your stream deck. It's really fun. I love doing stuff like that.
Turn off the tracking here. You can also create
That's
presets
really
like
cool.
you can see on the side over here that allow me to choose.
Oh, you could do zoom.
To jump
L
to
zoom.
with hotkeys.
I would do
So
open
let's
palm
make
zoom.
Preset
Like
1 to be the standard setting position. Let's have preset 2 be over to the side, and let's have preset 3 be a zoom in on my face for, you know, the memes. You can automatically change the orientation of the camera.
I would
vertical if you want to use it that way on stream, like a lot of streamers are doing nowadays. And I can click a single button to switch to desk view for either mouse and keyboard cam or like an unboxing camera. And again, because it's a 4K high quality camera, I can zoom in and out using gestures without losing any quality.
And you can now even control all of these features from anywhere using your mobile device with the new remote control function.
I always have my phone on my left. That would be so amazing.
But simplest features. Once you're done with OBS, you close it. The webcam's not being used anymore. It automatically looks down and turns
This is the
off,
first
so you
ad
know that
I
nobody's
truly
watching
like.
webcam. So if you're looking for a high quality webcam that has some really cool features that might bring some fun stuff to your stream, check out the Insta360 link in the description down below.
I might have to check it out after this video.
That I see a lot of YouTubers use, but I never see any streamers use it. I got rid of the Elgato key lights and instead I replaced them with aperture lights from their Amaran, their more consumer priced line. These are the P60Xs. And just like the Elgato lights, they're thin panels, they're bicolor, so you can go from more orange to more.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you could turn the key light into that by buying extra stuff and building it yourself.
Blue, but unlike them, you have a couple extra professional features. They come with an extra diffusion panel, which allows you to get a much larger surface area, even more diffused light on your face. They also come with these really cool grids. And one of the questions I get a lot on stream is, how do your lights light you so well without lighting the wall behind you?
That's what the grids are for.
Because these grids focus the light directly on what's in front of them, and it stops the light from spilling anywhere else. Now, you do give up the convenience of being able to turn them on and off with the Stream Deck, which is sometimes more important than the light itself, especially when the Elgato key lights are fantastic lights. But if you're looking for something just a little bit further than the Elgatos, these lights are actually $169, $10 cheaper than the Elgato lights. Now, these ones don't come with a desk mount like the Elgato ones do. However, you can find those on Amazon for $20, and I will link to everything I'm mentioning here down below. Those will be
guys, you might have to come check out this video and check the description.
Thank you so much. Help support the channel.
That's actually insane.
Trade-off on these lights is interesting. You get a larger surface area and more directional with the grid, but you lose the convenience of being able to control it with the Stream Deck. Choice is yours. Now, I get it. You're not your average, ordinary, mid-budget streamer. You want to be the best of the.
What does the best gear look like?
The best of the mid. You want to be the best.
Hey, I would say I'm one of the three.
I got one more.
I'm happy with that.
Let's take a look at that.
Oh, fucking ads. I don't have YouTube Premium, but we're not going to pay for it. We're not going to be forced into it.
So going from setup number 2 to setup number 3 is
I've seen this mic and I feel like it's nice.
They both have their different.
But do you guys hear the mic difference from the other mics to this one? This one's more focused, and since he's talking straight, it doesn't really work. He has to talk to it, so he has to put the mic more to his, pointing to his mouth more.
They both have different priorities and features. It just depends on what you're looking for.
I could use an ad blocker.
I changed the webcam from the Insta360 Link to the Elgato Facecam Pro, and now the Elgato Facecam Pro is about $50 more at $299.
I will say this: I could switch into this one because when I bought this camera, it was at this price. So if I go and return it, I could return this one and get that one instead. But I don't really see the difference, and I don't feel like I need to.
And for that price jump, you go from 4K 30 to 4K 60. You also get.
Why does his camera look like this though? He doesn't use his camera on stream. I feel like he's not color correcting it right. Because look at the lights in the back. Okay, you see how it has a little like smudge look on it? It's because he has brightness too high. So everything that's bright in the back is picking up way more stronger than usual.
Get a bit of a wider field of view, you know, so you can see my desk now, and you get a lot of the Elgato features like their Camera Hub software, which, because this camera is 4K 60, they've added the ability to digitally punch in and zoom, versus the Insta360, which actually physically moves around. So for the webcam, the question is, do I want the 4K 60 in the wider field of view, or am I okay with the 4K 30 and I prefer the cool features that come with the built-in gimbal? The microphone here is very similar. This is the Beacon microphone. It's actually one of my favorite USB microphones, and I currently have it at my setup. And just like the previous setup, this is a dynamic mic, and when you
it's because this video has been color corrected and the camera color has been corrected so the video comes out weird. I feel like it's been too much corrected. I know that one of his editors is 𝐜𝐥𝐢𝐬𝐧, I believe his name is correct. I really thought he was part of one of the FaZe top 100s, and I really thought he was gonna make it to the top. Another one that made it is one of my homegirls named Gigi, who streams on Twitch and on Kick now, which is amazing. But he edited his videos because he's a really good editor. So that's why I'm surprised he didn't make it to the end of top 500, top 5. He should have. I'm pretty sure he should have. Him should have done it. What's up, Zark? But I think this is color corrected a little bit too much. Just a little bit.
Plug it in, a lot like Elgato, it comes with a whole suite of mixing software. On top of that, the microphone itself actually has a built.
You heard that pitch? Look. When he talks straight down, it picked up stronger and clearer.
Suite
Just
of
listen.
Mixing software. On top of that,
you heard that? On top of that, like he's not talking correctly into the mic. If he leveled it up just a little bit higher and pointed it more to his mouth sideways, it will be sounding better, because this is a dynamic mic where if you're talking to the side, it doesn't work, but if you talk directly, it makes a big difference.
The microphone itself actually has a built-in
See, you can hear it when he's talking.
Really cool effects like EQ, compression, a really cool noise gate that's called an expander, and because the processing is done on the microphone, when you plug in headphones, you can actually hear what that sounds like. Plus a number of other features such as a high impedance headphone jack that allows you to plug in super fancy headphones if you want, and of course, the RGB ring, which is really why you guys are buying this microphone, be honest with me. And while this microphone isn't cheap, it's $280. That's certainly cheaper than getting, let's say, a $100 microphone like the Pod Mic and an XLR interface like the 𝐜𝐥𝐢𝐬𝐧 or even the 𝐜𝐥𝐢𝐬𝐬 Mini. Those two things are going to end up totaling $350, $400 versus everything built into one package for $280.
It's a great price. It's really good price.
That mid-tier budget, even though it's at the high end of the mid-tier budget. And as for the lights, I'm actually using the exact same Amaran lights as setup number 2. I think between the Elgato and the Amaran lights, you don't.
Question for the people who are watching this video: what's the difference between the grid one and the other one? I know the other one spreads it out, but what does the grid do? Doesn't it also spread it out, or is it sharpened? I don't know. If you guys can let me know down in the comments below, I would very much appreciate that.
Don't really need too many other options. Those are pretty much going to fill out the whole space for you. But what do you think? Which one was your favorite setup? Or do you have a piece of gear that maybe I missed in here that you'd love to see in future?
Well, my favorite setup is probably the first one, because that's what I have now. So I would love that. If I personally were to switch anything in this setup, would be the mic. I would upgrade the mic to something more like I held it like a penis, but a dynamic mic, so my voice would sound more clearer, and I wouldn't have to worry about my surroundings. But I still love this mic. It's still a great mic. It works perfectly fine. Don't need to upgrade it. But I think what I have right now is perfect budget streaming. Like, if you have a little bit of bread, you can get this set up perfectly and you'll be fine. Nice camera that works perfectly. That's now, I believe, 160. A mic that I believe now is 180, an arm, or this mic already comes with a stand. If you don't want to buy an arm, you could just have the stand by itself. Still great. Just know that if you're a desk hitter, you're gonna hear it no matter what you do to it. And a stream deck is always needed. That's all you need. Elgato is just a great brand to go. I'm not sponsored by it. If I was, oh my god, I'll be kissing it more. But it's a great brand, and it's very, 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 very user-friendly and beginner-friendly too. So Elgato does a great job overall. They have a high-def camera, and they have a good quality camera. Not saying low def, because this is good quality. This is like mid-range, while the other one's more high-range. They have a good mic, and they have another mic that's an XLR, and it's cheap. I believe it's 120, but you have to buy an XLR system. You can buy theirs for, I believe, 200, or you could buy someone else's if you already have one, which will be more. But everything is great. So if you guys wondering if you want to be a streamer or a content creator, if anything, don't worry about buying, oh, I need to buy this mic to have the best quality. No, Elgato can help you set up anything perfectly and good price. For anyone who enjoyed this video, I hope you have a great day, great morning, great afternoon. If you liked any of the setups here, please let me know down below. And if you were to switch one thing in your setup, what would it be? I'd like to know that. I love y'all. I trust y'all. And for all you hunters out there, keep on hunting. Peace, guys. See you guys again next time. Bye.